I was assaulted at an Olivia Newton-John concert. I'm going to tell you all about it. Oh my God. So this video is going to be a combo video. So it's going to be part like review for the Ritz Theater in Tiffin, Ohio. And it's also going to be a story time about what happened when I went to a concert there. Okay, so I have not been to this theater, in probably a decade, maybe something like that. My family loves going to shows at this theater. It's a beautiful historical theater with amazing acoustics. It did, for the longest time, have a reputation for being an unpleasant place because I guess they were just under bad management. I don't know. But I remember it not having a very good reputation. They would show movies there, so on and so forth. And they would do community theater. I think they still do that. But just recently, they started to really pull in really big acts like Olivia Newton-John. Okay, so for some of you out there, if you're like, Olivia Newton-John's a big act, we're talking about, at least for a small town theater, this would be considered a big act. And if you don't know who Olivia Newton-John is, she was in Grease, she was in Xanadu. Most of us grew up with her. I always admired her. My sister's an even bigger fan than me, but beautiful singer, just an incredible person. She has, I think she's struggled with breast cancer. So send prayers out for her. And she's just incredible. And it was exciting. But like the Beach Boys, they were just there. They get a lot of country singers going through there. So whoever is in charge now, it seems like they're really doing an amazing job to take this little gem in this small town and resurrect it. And it's giving the people in the town something to do and something to be a part of. And anything that nurtures the arts, I'm down for it. So, oh God, where do I even begin with this? Let me tell you a little bit more about the theater. So the other thing I want to say about the theater is that it is incredibly beautiful. The architecture inside is just extraordinary. And it just warms my heart. It's kind of still a small theater, but it has that, there's some, I don't know, you walk in and there's like a history there. You feel the memories, you feel the history, you feel every performer that's ever been on that stage. And they even have still the side boxes going on, and they use them for lights now, but it's just an amazing place to visit. If you're passing through Ohio, I'm from Ohio, so I know what Ohio has to offer. I know what the music scene is like. Hello, Cleveland. Okay. I know what the art scene is like. Ohio's a lot better than people give it credit for. And no, we're not all stupid and backwards. Okay. But anyway, if a lot of people started to get to know how cool Ohio can be, it would get overrun like Colorado has gotten overrun. It's very hard to feel like you're at home in this state because, there's a lot of touristy kinds of things going on here as well. But if you are passing through Ohio and you're going to be in the Northwest Ohio area, there are two places you must absolutely visit. Try to visit the Ritz Theater, of course, in Tiffin, Ohio. And you have to go to Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. What is it? America's Roller Coaster. Oh my God. I used to have, for the amusement park, I used to have that whole line, or no, not the line, the whole speech memorized. Like when you get on a roller coaster, they're like, please keep your hands and feet inside the car at all times and enjoy your day at Cedar Point, America's roller coaster. Like they even had this whole, it was totally like performed, but it's awesome. And they haven't updated a whole lot since the 70s, I don't think. I don't know. They have. No, I lied about that. I'm sorry. I forgot. I went back there just a couple of years ago. And the reason why I haven't been back, I actually got severely ill, like an illness like I've never felt before. And I'm huge on roller coasters. So it's weird because I get claustrophobic and I am afraid of heights, and yet I love Cedar Point. So those are the two places that you have to visit if you're in Ohio. Now, how did I get assaulted? My God. So, where shall I begin with this? So my sister and I go to this concert. We're completely jazzed. And we go in, we take our seats, and there were a couple of empty seats next to us. So at about 7:20, it was an early show, so it was about 7:30. About 7:20, the guy comes out on stage. He is giving, the announcements, And this couple comes up. God bless them. They're sweet people. They come up and we have to get up out of our seats. And the usher is standing there and the people start making small talk with us. And there was a lot of chatter going on in the theater still because everyone was still getting settled into their seats. I missed the announcements about photos and video. And I thought I heard him say, I missed it, but I was trying to piece together the little bit that I did hear. I thought he had said, photos are okay, but no video. But again, it was just me trying to piece it together. So I'm sitting in my seat and the show begins and everyone quiets down. As soon as Olivia Newton-John comes out and starts singing with her beautiful voice, she sounds amazing. Still to this day, God bless her for everything she's been through and for everything she's done for people. I mean, she's incredible. But anyway, everyone starts getting out their phones. And they start recording and they start taking pictures and all this stuff. And I'm like, oh, we are allowed to. Oh, okay, well, I'm going to get my phone out. So I did. And I got a couple of photos and stuff like that. And we get about 3/4 of the way through the show. This is kind of serious because this woman who was dressed all in black comes up, my sister's sitting on the aisle, throws her body into my sister and goes like this in front of me. So my phone, do I have my phone? It's taking audio right now. So my phone is right here. She slams into my sister. Okay, so my sister is laying into me. This all happened very abruptly and very aggressively. Okay, we were assaulted. You thought this was clickbait. Nah, nah. Here's my phone. She into my sister. My phone is in my face and I'm scrambling to hang on to it. And I'm so shocked. And I'm looking at my sister and she's obviously in shock as well. Somebody in all black, you're going to go into a crowded theater in this day and age and you're going to aggressively come at somebody? My mind was in a million different directions in that moment. I was just out of my mind. And I was shaking and I'm like, oh my God, jeez. The guy next to me got a little rattled. But here's what's weird. She was saying no photos. That's what she was doing, by the way. She was like, no photos at all. And she did this whole thing. So I'm completely what the hell? My sister is like, what the hell? And again, I know my sister is an even, bigger fan than I am. And I'm not wanting to make her experience worse. What I wanted to do when I collected myself was to get up and go find who that was and go exchange words with them. Okay? Because that's not okay. Who are you? What's your name? Who do you think you are? Kind of thing. So it turns out you're not allowed to take photographs or video at this concert. If I had known that, I wouldn't have. And I actually felt really bad. And actually, if she had come up or if an usher had come up and been like, excuse me, no photos, I would have been mortified. I'd be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I would have put my phone away. But what made this even weirder, besides her throwing her body into my sister and almost hitting me in the face with my phone and almost making me drop my phone, was that we were the only ones she did that to. We were the only ones that she did that to. There were people all over in the theater with their phones out. She didn't go up to anybody else. She ran up, did it, and then very cowardly ran to the back. So my sister, again, she's sitting there all shook up and she's, she got the brunt of it being on the aisle. And I said to her, don't worry, I'm going to take care of this. So the very next day, I emailed the executive director of the theater, letting him know what happened. 9 days go by and I didn't hear anything. Now remember, the Ritz Theater back in the day used to have kind of a reputation for not being the nicest. And actually, I just heard another story from someone else who went in to buy tickets and she dropped her coffee on herself. And the woman who was standing there, I guess who works at the Ritz, went, wow, I'm glad that happened to you and not me. Whoa. Okay, I hope that was okay that I shared that. I didn't mention any names, but I mean, that just kind of contributes to, there's somebody there who's a bit of a poison. And I don't know if they'll figure it out. But anyway, I did not hear back from the executive director. Of course, this, my mind's going into a million different directions with that. And I got pretty ticked off and I wrote a second email, keeping everything in writing. I still insist on doing that, keeping everything in writing. And I wrote them again and I was like, how dare you, basically, how dare you ignore this? This is a serious thing. Are you really not taking it seriously? I heard back immediately. I got the sweetest apology, very professional man who is the executive director there. And he was very compassionate and, I mean, really made everything. Again, you can tick me off, but the second you come at me and, you're asking for forgiveness, it's given. It's okay, fine. I still would like a nice apology or something to make it up to my sister, first and foremost, because this meant more to her. Not that I'm not an Olivia Newton-John fan, of course I am, but that was her first album. Okay, mine was Michael Jackson, hers was Olivia Newton-John. This was everything for her. And it happened right as the Grease songs were happening. I mean, really? Like, really? You got to wait until the moment to go down this road and start acting like this. But anyway, so as soon as I got a response from the executive director, all was forgiven. I still want to know this person's name. I want to know if there's been disciplinary action taken. I want something made up for my sister, to make up for that experience. But he was out of the office because it was Thanksgiving that week. And he had just gotten back in. I kind of took it by the way he worded it that somebody else was probably supposed to answer his emails for him while he was out of the office and they didn't do it. So again, sweet man, very professional. That's why I'm still giving a great review for the Ritz Theater. I think we should support local business. We should always support, especially, in a small town where they're trying to resurrect like a historical theater. We should always support that. So there's still, last I heard, he actually did follow up with me and he apologized that it was taking so long. And he said he's still trying to figure out who it was. They don't know who it was. And I'm wondering, this is just allegedly, this is just me wondering if it wasn't a part of Olivia Newton-John's crew. That's what makes me think, in that direction, because he can't figure out who it is. I don't know. So if you're dressed all in black, you're probably a stagehand or a sound tech, and they came from the orchestra area from the back. And that's where the sound people were. And the lighting people, for that matter. So anyway, that's my story about getting assaulted at a concert. But it was mostly my sister who got assaulted. And I'm still hanging out for justice for her. So anyway, we'll leave it there, guys. I'm sending you so much love and take care.